Do you ever wonder about paying for advertisement for your art business and whether it's worth it or not? Well, I'm going to give you some insight on that today here on 5 Minute Mentoring. Well, hey, my friends, so glad that you're here with me on another episode of 5 Minute Mentoring. I got a great question today from a woman that's in my mastery program, which is our upper level mentoring program. And she got asked by a magazine that probably a lot of people would know, that's a big artist magazine, if she would be interested in doing a editorial article with them. And she was like, "Yeah, awesome." And then she was like, "Well, yeah, it's actually going to be like $1,400." And she was like, like, you want me to pay for this? And they're like, well, yeah, it's editorial, but it's advertising, and you get this and this and this and da 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 da. So she came to me, in our private group, and she was like, what do you think? Should I do something like this? And so here is my take on that, because I know a lot of us get asked to advertise in different magazines and online places, all over the place when you're an artist, whether it's a local magazine or a local radio station or a TV station, or maybe it's a national magazine or podcast or, website, something like that. And it's always a challenge for artists to figure out, well, should I be paying for advertising or not? All right. The first thing I would always say is this: never, ever, ever consider anything that's not completely aligned with your target market. All right. That is, who is your client avatar, and are they reading, looking, listening to, watching whatever platform you're considering? Because if that's not the case, if it's just awesome, like, oh, this is a big artist magazine and they want me to advertise in there and I'm so honored. Well, okay, big deal. Is your potential client there? All right. Number two, then, are you going to be portrayed in a way that's really special, that sets you apart from others, as opposed to just having, a quarter-page ad or a half-page ad or something like that, one of many, many, many. All right. Because again, the more competition that you're up against in a magazine or on a blog or something like that, the less chances that you're going to have to be, actually seen by your client avatar. All right. So those two things right there, usually, I would say, kind of take out 90% of the advertising opportunities that are out there, especially from a paid perspective. Because more than likely, you get put into a magazine or you get put onto a website, and you're just one of many, 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 many other artists, and you really lose the special and the connection factor. Now, for this artist in particular that I was talking to, this is a paid editorial. So from this perspective, I'm like, okay, this is, potentially kind of a cool idea, in that you're getting an editorial about you. They're going to show images of you and your work, talk about your story. There's an opportunity to build connection and that sort of thing, which is all awesome. However, this is the question that I put to her. If you are okay with the budget that you set for your marketing and everything, if you are okay with spending $1,400, and you know that this opportunity is, although it's cool, it's pretty much a gamble, because you don't know if your clients are out there looking at this. You don't know, you just don't know. A magazine may have a big reach, but is your potential client there? Are you special enough to stand out? Is the work that you're doing going to be recognizable and special enough to really stand out? Does it make sense for you to do it? That's one side. The other side of that is, again, if you're committed to spend $1,400, is that $1,400 better spent on something that you're doing that's already working? Now, this artist in particular already has a great studio in her local hometown. She's teaching. She's busy with that. She's got a gallery. Her work is selling on a regular basis. To me, if I had to spend $1,400 on marketing, I would tend to ramp it up in my local area, because she's already doing things that are working. So say, for example, she's already advertising in a local magazine there, or on a local website, or whatever it might be, that she's already getting traffic for. What would it look like to increase the budget with that? Get a bigger opportunity there? What would it look like to enhance the experience of her students, or be able to enlarge the experience of her students, so that maybe she's able to use that money to maybe teach in a larger space, maybe use that money to enhance the experience that they've had, maybe use the money to advertise in another area locally that she knows her ideal client avatar is already in, where they've already potentially heard her name before. See what I'm saying? If you're gonna spend that $1,400 or whatever the money is that the best place to spend it? Again, a gamble that, oh, it's a big art magazine, it seems really great, as opposed to, can I use this money to turn up what is already working in my local area or in the marketing that I'm already doing? For example, if she was already advertising on Facebook and having great results with that, or Google ads or YouTube ads or whatever it is, would that $1,400 be better spent by putting it toward that and getting more of an assured return on her money? All of that goes into when you're thinking about spending money on marketing. I just thought this question would be really helpful for you guys to think about as you're considering this year, whether you're going to spend money on advertising that is just kind of a gamble, or actually increasing the opportunities that you're already doing that are working in your art business. All right. Hey, listen, I hope this was a blessing to you. I love you very much. Until next time, remember, you were created to thrive. Bye.